Hey there, are you Dan? Craig's roommate.
No, I'm Bill. That's Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan. Who are you?
Peter Smith. Craig said I should talk to you about, well,
Druidism?
What else does Craig talk about?
We can speak openly. Everyone here knows my strange habits. Oh, that's Zoe. And Sam is over there stacking the wood that we cut for rail maintenance.
Oh, go on, I'm not leaving. I'm resting, it's hot out here.
We'll keep it quick. We gotta get out of here safely before the sun sets. So, Peter, have you still got room in your head after visiting with Craig?
he does like his research.
And little else. Oh, man, every day. Sometimes he gets up on that soapbox for an hour, and it's Druids this and Druids that, and then all that swooning and moaning about Sarah. He ought to know it ain't gonna happen with her. What can I say? He's a drama queen.
So, he's like that all the time.
Afraid so? He's always in Druid Drive mindset now. He wasn't like this when we were lab mates a few years before the trip to Ireland. It changed him. I'm going to be rooming with Bill here this fall, or Craig would drive me crazy.
Craig is over the top, and he's missing classes for a week or two at a time, won't say why.
Don't worry, the rest of us aren't like him. Craig is a classic example of one of the problems in Druidism.
What's that?
You must have learned by now how patchy our system is, but it's on purpose. The holes let the breeze come through. They leave room for experimentation. But Craig wants to fill in the gaps, not just for himself, but for all of us. All with the best intentions, mind you. I don't know, but it seems hard for some folks to stop imitating all the big boys on the religious scene. What starts out as a charming custom, or regular local colorful tradition, wants to put down roots. I hope Craig was in one of his more balanced moods.
Huh?
Slide 6 shows our Jackpine Grove began 6 years ago in 2005. There are only 3 college groves in all the reform, amongst the 20 in the RDNA and 12 in the RDG.
Yes, that's worth pointing out to the new students. College groves have to deal with a high turnover rate even amongst the most enthusiastic members. But other groves are so much more stable. We're probably okay for this year, right?
Well, these are our 10 core members, with 4, maybe 7 others who keep in touch. I think we're doing quite well, considering how many clubs are closing due to the enrollment problems. Students are gravitating towards us for some strange reason.
Exactly, but we haven't had many people leaving the lower orders.
Maybe because our 4 officers haven't changed for over 2 years. We've really been on autopilot for a while.
Drew, you just graduated, but we've still got 3 solid seniors. Sarah, Craig and Thomas, which is great for this year, but not so good for next year. Dan and Kiki are juniors this year. Peter is a sophomore. Wanda and I are not students. And Zoe. How old is she?
No clue. Zoe never told me. But she's Kiki's older sister, isn't she?
Come to think of it, I've never heard Zoe talk at all. Have you?
No. She's a bit strange. She must have her reasons. Anyway, back to Grove planning.
We'll usually have about 9 new folk for fall term, though only 4 or 6 stay on throughout the year. We need at least 4 core members next summer, or the Grove may fall apart. A new generation. Who knows which direction they'll head off next year?
Yeah, impossible to tell. New folks, new focus. In summary, looks like we were good for this year. I'd recommend Thomas and Sarah to do the recruiting drive in September. She'll do the facts and he'll keep it lively. We'll have officer elections at the Lunasa Festival next week. Most of us stayed here this summer, and the others can vote by phone or email.
So, I guess Thomas will be Archdruid. Sarah Preceptor. Maybe Kiki Server. And of course Craig will be Bard. Again.
Maybe, but it could be anyone. By the rules of our Grove, everyone is eligible and automatically nominated for each role, regardless of their current order. So maybe you could be Archdruidess this year, or be the Preceptor again? What do you think? You have so much experience and wisdom to give us. Better than Thomas?
Balanced moods? Well, he was a bit intense the first time I met him. And he's a bit of a control freak. But he indicated his disagreement over the Celtic content of the Jackpine Grove.
That's good, at least he's being upfront. Everyone in the reform has an axe or 2 to grind, a pet peeve or ghost from their past. Being Mr. Celtic, Craig probably has 3 of them. As a word of caution, we must distinguish the members' interests, the Grove's customs, and the RDNA tendencies. People don't always stop and explain, and then it's hard to untangle the mess later.
So what's your axe?
Druidical axes? Sounds heretical, doesn't it?
Do the other Druids mind you cutting down trees in the forest?
I think they understand why I'm doing it. Maybe it'll slow the spread. It's going to happen whether I do it or not. Too many trees dying, and no one knows the reason.
No one at all.
You'd think with nearby state forests and all of Canada beyond that, there'd be dozens of scientists here trying to find a cause and cure it.
You know, I'm trying to find a thesis project for my biology major. This could get approval.
Well, if you'll take the lead, my buddies and I could help a bit.
I can't work miracles. Just some research.
Yeah, this blight is spreading out at a scary rate. I'd be grateful for help.
You seem personally attached to this forest.
Yeah, I'm not out here just for paying off my loans. At least, I always give the marked trees a warning, say a blessing, leave an offering, and do so with some respect. The firewood that we collect, mostly from dead Fulrilli, gets funneled to the Druids and other campus clubs.
Got to go back to work. See you folks.
So, you really enjoy being out here?
It's good to get outdoors and away from the books. But I guess what I've learned from planting trees and clearing brush this summer is that left to their own, forests become rather unmanageable, overgrown, choked with invasive species, and change into a different creature. Kind of like Druidism, not entirely a wild beast, nor domesticated.
How long have you been in the RDNA?
Ah, I'll come out and say it. I don't belong to the RDNA.
You mean you're not a reformed druid?
You have more confidence in me than I do. This is a student-centered grove. We ought to let the students have more say in the grove.
I'm sure the students wouldn't object.
It would be interesting. But I can't commit that much time. Ishan is hinting that we might be moving soon.
Wow. Probably a good idea, you know. This area's economy is going down the tubes really fast. Do you know where?
No, I'll find out when he returns.
Well, please consider vigiling anyway for the Third Order. Let's do it before I leave. I'd like to be part of that.
I'll think about it. Anyway, I still think Thomas would do well as Archdruid. He just needs a bit of maturing. And he's certainly charismatic and fun. You remember how hard it was to coax Sarah even into the server position? As for Craig, well, I'm not sure he's ready for power.
I'm not too worried about Craig. Deep down, his heart's good. I can't always see it clearly though. End of slides. Love this one. Reminds me of my vigil. Yes, Thomas would be a lot of fun. He's so action-oriented and fabulous. I wish I had half his energy. I'm just so burned out. I can't believe it. I'm leaving in September already. Got a job offer in Detroit.
Yeah, you're a big girl now. Look how well you're turned out. I'm so proud of you.
All right, what else is bothering you? You've been fretting about something else through all my dull PowerPoint slides. What's up?
I need your advice.
Me? Give advice to you. Here's the first.
I've never wanted to intrude about your sexual orientation.
Oh dear. Are you coming out to me? What a day of surprises.
Gods no. It is Annika.
Oh. Annika? Yes, it fits.
I guess I wasn't the only blind bat in the cave.
Come on. You must be so proud, Andrea. Not every daughter has that kind of courage to tell her mother, at her age.
I wish I had that kind of courage.
I see it in you every day. You're just cautious. That's okay. What your daughter needs is just some perspective and good friends.
Yeah. Like it ain't hard enough for her around here as it is. I've never wanted to intrude, but I was hoping you could give us some advice because, well, you've been through this all before.
Yeah, sure. But I didn't win any awards doing it. Let's get that box of tissues ready for you. What do you want to know?